Hey, how you doing, Leo? How you doing? This is Queen Lisa. I'm the host of this channel. Welcome to Conscious Waters Ocean Deep. So I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope you guys are looking forward to your week ahead. Please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and press the notification bell so that you can be updated when I've uploaded new readings to this platform. Also, check the Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs and any other star sign you have in your birth chart that may resonate with the readings on this channel. Do take what you like and leave the rest. Thank you to you all who have liked, commented, and subscribed to this channel so far. Please continue to do so and press the notification bell. So, what's going on with Leos? What's going on with the lovely Leos? Okay, could be warning yourself not to say something here. And could be taking your time with your mind, or even things that you want or need, or even your money. And maybe even seeing that you blessed yourself enough or even a little this week. Or maybe some time ago you fell in your mind about something. Fell in your mind about something. So you believe that you have to take your time with your spending habits, or seeing that you blame no one, or even see that you bruise your ego sometimes, seeing where it's going or how you need to judge the situation or take your time. So certainly don't know how to support myself all the time. Maybe I do, I just need to take my time. So some of you guys could be, taming some money there, or taming, how you move forward with something slowly to help yourself, or even see how a person can judge you. Okay, or even taming something, taking its time with a little more than what you want or maybe need or not need, but you just know that you need to take your time with something here. Okay, you could be judging yourself if someone's not judging you. Okay. I'm also hearing something about affordable payment scheme or system set up for you to have great news, possibly knowing that you've set something up so you are set for a long time. Okay, so maybe you have a lot of money coming in, or you've set something up so that good karma could come with your finances for a long time, or maybe could be something to do with a purchase, or maybe even something that you may not want to give up, but you know that you can grieve about it until you communicate something that happens to you maybe later on, or helps you for a long time. Okay, you are aware that you want to nurture some things, or even send someone a bill or a message here, or even tell them off, or maybe even time a situation on why you shouldn't have everything that you want, but you will when you can. Okay, so you'll have some things in time. Maybe you've got to wait a little while for something here, Leo. All right. Could even be to do with helping someone else, if not you. It does say seeing something and teaching yourself something is two different things. You have warned yourself not to speak about it, but you gave yourself great news. Okay, so you've given yourself some type of good news here. Could have changed something or ended something. Okay, or there could be some type of limelight about a situation with no one but a friend or someone that you never needed to speak to, and you realize it's not worth it. Okay, all right. Could have something to do with a Scorpio, or a what's it called, a Cancerian, or a Gemini. Maybe even a family member that you don't speak to, or maybe even see that you don't need to see what's going on, but you've heard something, or you feel like something is never going to be changing with your mind or a situation, or feel like dealing with something more than a friend is going to be problematic. Maybe some of you are tying a knot, or getting engaged, or getting married as well. So you don't really want to put it off, but you've seen yourself have great news with your love life, and you wouldn't want to say I do without the problems that you've had in your mind changing. Ideally changing your name, or changing a will, or changing the purpose of something here. Maybe even seeing that friends don't have to worry about the situation, or even fraud, or even committing to something that you don't need. It says you trial something so long and feel like it's going to be blessed, never ending blessed, and it will be, as long as you believe that you have great news. Okay, so as long as you believe you have great news with something here, you'll be all right, so to speak. says, I know that I could come in and tell you off if I want to, but I'm not going to tell you anything. It's not my place to speak about something, but I will not see you again. And I don't want to hear about it or look at it. I just feel like something could be there. I just don't want to warn myself that something is always going on. Ideally with you, or maybe a problem with you. I've just got to see better news without you. Okay, could be dealing with a water sign, could be dealing with another fire sign, could be dealing with an air sign, or it could be you moving forward, joining no nonsense policies, or no matter what, you just don't really want to hear that something is going to be solved in a way where you can't speak to someone. It does say you want to communicate with them or see what's going on, or how are you, want to see you, want to speak to you. Okay, could be someone as well, like a fire sign, that wants to speak to you, or maybe it's you that wants to speak to someone here. Could be controlling, or maybe even purposely saying hi to you ongoing to see how you could communicate with them as a friend, or maybe even as a personal trait of yours, giving them good karma. Maybe even seeing how far you could get with something, or dealing with something is going to solve your problem. So say some of you are dealing with work related issues, some of you are dealing with wedding day plans, some of you are dealing with problem solving a partnership, or even ideas of yours or theirs, trying to solve when it's going to happen, or even be supported. Okay, could be dealing with a Sagittarius or an earth sign. Okay, it does say steady does it, or take your time with something here, or someone could be saying that they need support with when things are going to change for you, and understand why or how it can help you, or even support you. No matter what, it's always about you, defending you, protecting you, and making sure you're out of harm's way or in harm's way, because someone doesn't want to hear that someone is trying to protect you. But it does say you have to be protected no matter what. Seeing this is going to be something you need to understand, or even knowing yourself that problems could never be yours, but a problematic situation could have karma on it, or very good news. Okay, so you could be taming your wish fulfillments, many options of doing so. There is some plans here with a water sign that could be holding back their feelings with this. You know, it could be male or female, but there is a man here working on a female that wants to say, I do. Okay, so someone here wants to say, I do, i.e. wants to get married. Probably not going to be beneficial for you to remember that it's going to be good for them. They realize they're not good enough for you. I do know this, and I don't want to hear it. So some of you guys may not want to hear it. Okay, or someone here has a child that doesn't want to hear it, or maybe someone doesn't want to understand what it is to be made mindfully speaking. It says because the person doesn't want to see someone ongoing in love, or maybe even happy, and maybe changing their mind about something, or looking forward to what's going to happen if they become something that they're not currently right now. Maybe even looking forward to agenda issues or problematic situations in their mind. Maybe even saying that they want to communicate something but they can't. And ideally, if you have this problem, it says you will not be in your mind about it. You can get support, or maybe even see how it can work for you. Just don't sow your seeds in someone else's mind about how you see them or view them or want them to become yours, because you don't want them to have good karma in their mind. Okay, all right, so be mindful about what it is that you're doing and how it could be affecting someone else, or if you're looking for it to affect someone else. It does say water sign is someone you want it to affect. It doesn't say it's going to. It does say earth sign is something you really believed could change something for you, or maybe even help you with some type of forces beyond your control, or maybe even see that you have blessings and don't really realize it. It says 14 months later, or even 5 years later, or even 10 years later, something could happen. But it doesn't say bad news. It's just warning you that something's there or not there, but good karma is there overall. Okay, all right. It says nothing's set in stone, but people will warn you another day, another month, or another year that something's wrong, or maybe even see it for yourself. Aquarius doesn't really want to hear from you or speak to you right now, but doesn't see anything going on with you other than what you say or speak to about your mind and their mother or a parent around you, or doesn't want to hear that it's going to be problematic, but does use you at times for things that you don't want to be used for, or maybe even tell you off for things that you want to manifest or even wish. And it does say you have problems with your manipulation or your manifestations at this time. It doesn't say bothersome energy is going to come and cause you any harm, but good karma can come to you when you solve your ignorance or your problematic situations mentally, or disturbing your mind, or even a mother or even a parent or even a family member to help you. Okay, it does say you wish you wasn't broke, or even judging someone for your work, or maybe even working on things that you want to do with your work. You have to realize you have good karma. It does say blessings are coming to you, working on your spells, or maybe even something that you said to someone else. Someone says that there is spell work or root work in the neighborhood or in the family, or someone is dealing with gentle mental health or even stress related things of the past, or maybe even problems that you've seen that have arisen in the future. It says you know that you can work on yourself and support yourself no matter what. So you see blessings come, and no matter what anyone says, you've tried to warn yourself that good karma can come. So you study this, or make sure that you look into it, or solve your problems, or make sure you weigh in the pros and the cons with fighting energy, or maybe even cursing energy, or even probably giving out a nine-mindedness of someone's. So i.e. giving someone something to be scared of, or looking forward to people bruising your ego is something you don't want. So you warn yourself not to speak, but you're not going to allow anyone to step on your toes or get in your way. Okay, so you're not going to allow someone to step on your toes or get in your way. It says someone says you may have mental disturbances, or maybe even problematic things going on in your mind today, or maybe another day. You have to feel like you have to support yourself with mental stress no more, or you found a way to look forward to better news. Ideally, you realize you have great news. No wonder you support yourself with problematic situations, mostly because you don't have to grieve over the problem all the time. It says generosity is there with your mates, and mind games are there with your foes. And no wonder you have problems with people. It doesn't say you have great news overall with your friends. So some of you are dealing with problematic friends and passionate adventures in your mind to sell yourself to problematic problems. Give yourself time to wonder if it's going to work for you to get involved with certain members of your family or certain members of your foes, people that don't really support you or give you good news but could harm you and make you feel well done. Energy is there for you to surprise yourself with problems of theirs, and never mind why it's yours, it will always come back to you as a hidden mystery to karmically give you good karma or bad karma. Be careful of who you're dealing with, dating or sleeping with, or even speaking to at this time, because you have to have good karma, and you're warning yourself who's who and how can you support yourself. Okay. It says letters to come in and take you away from me is something that I never want, and I never want to see this. Whoever spoke about it or sold their soul to something that's going to be a problem is going to get problems in their mind. It says never mind why this person is going to take you back to your mind about it. It says she knows she has problems with her mental health, and she stresses all day long trying to figure out why she's not good to you or even a friend to you. Does say problems with her is she doesn't realize who she is, and she warns herself. Speaking to you and speaking about you is two different things, but warning myself that I have problems is never going to be something that I see or even want. I could consider a friend and really realize that the friend is never going to be my friend. But what if I want a friend with you and I can't get the friendship with you because you're always in my mind about the things that you have to do, and always completely ruin my day because you always have business or mind games to play me or get in my way. Okay, this could be an air sign, could be a water sign, it could be an earth sign, it could just be someone talking about you a lot. Okay, it could be a fire sign. I don't see the fire sign here, but it could be anyone here. It could be someone that's just worried. It could be a Pisces. It could be a Capricorn here. Yeah. Says many of you are driving me crazy, and I wouldn't want to dare speak about it, but you're getting on my mind, always in my life and always getting in my way. Can you not see I'm trying to work on something, and you're preparing for negative mental health in my mind? Why do you do that to me? Always causing me harm. Why do you do that to me? It does say warning, Sagittarius may not be doing it to you, but the problems of you and your partner may not be getting in the way. It's either or mental stress of others, people always judging you or telling you what to do or how to jerk you around, making you feel like a fool, or making you feel like you're determined to get well or not get well, or not see or hear what everything is going to happen, like whatever everything, you know, like anything that could happen to you or maybe around you. It does say people join you in things as well that you want to do, and many of them get on your nerves at times or don't. And some of you have great news with your adult mind games, or even friends or people that you join forces with or look into. You just have to job hunt or see that blessings are coming, or even see that fellowship is there with your personal problems, or maybe even members of your family or people that are sorting things out for you. And maybe even friends that are not so smart for you are always delivering information or seeing that you have time to spend alone in your mind. And never mind what's going on. Ideally, people are provoking you or mimicking you or even miming to themselves about things they want and can't have from you. And maybe even get in the way at times with all your adventures or your purpose or things that you want to hone in on. It says time and time again, it says see what you want and tell yourself no. Ideally, no is the answer for friends today or people that are getting in your way, and many times over getting on your nerves. It says many of them may be getting on your nerves or getting in your way or even provoking you or getting on their own nerves, trying to get on your nerves and getting on their own nerves when they are getting on their nerves because they're trying to provoke you and way too much. Okay, so a lot of people could want your time, and because you don't have time to give them sometimes for whatever reason, they could be harming themselves trying to get to you and don't like it, so they're still trying to provoke you. Just say murmuring to yourself is something you want to do many times over, and you laugh it off with your friends and move past them, but they still mimic you and even make sure you have bad news. It says, warning, there is someone that wants to look forward to blessings coming in and can't get them. I know I will try to make them feel like blessings is coming when it ain't, and I realize I could if I don't want to. I'm going to have to deal with the situation on my own. Realizing I have problems in my mind is something that I never wanted to speak about, but what if I have to speak? Will you tell me off if I tell you off? What happened with me and you is not going to be solved overnight. Who told you you have to speak to someone about my problems? Are you telling me that they know what it is that I need or want, or is it that you have spoken or let them know what I need? Okay, so maybe there's an air sign person that feels that you've spoken about them or told someone, that they are not giving, maybe told someone, like almost like a telltale kind of energy, but maybe this person, they need support in some way, but they poorly look at the situation or don't know how to help themselves, or maybe even try to harm you, trying to get what they want or need from you and can't get it, and then feel like someone else is involved trying to help them, but they don't see it and don't want it, but struggle to see that good karma's coming to them and don't know how to support it, and ideally please you to help you at times when they don't know if they are seeing what they're doing, because they do pick on you at times and you don't really understand that you want that, but you do want to know that you have blessings and don't know if you can support yourself with ideas of yours or others. And it may bother you at times when people are getting on your nerves or other people, but you may try to warn yourself to move past it. It does say blaming someone else is not something you've done, but warning signs are there for someone to believe that you have warned them that someone is there getting involved because you may have murmured to them about something. Ideally, not speaking about it or speaking about it has harmed this person's mind. And it does say bad news for them because they're warning themselves not to say anything, but they have troubles in their mind today and don't know how to move past the problem in their mental health. Oh my gosh. All right. Let's see what else is going on. Says, I could tell you off if I want to, but I'm not going to. Make sure you make good karma with your person, because I don't have good karma with mine, do I? But I see you don't want good karma with yours, so maybe I should stop speaking about this with you or the person, because I can see where it's going. You may not know everything, but you know enough to know what's going on with the universe or people around you. I wouldn't dare get involved with you again. Maybe I should see why this person's not speaking to me about it and laugh it off if it's not working, because I know that it's not working in a way that I could be doing things to trouble you, and you're not troubling me, but I can see that something's happening where it's going to tear me down or put me off, and I realize that now. I'm not going to speak, but something's going on. Okay, there could be an air sign person that's realizing that something's going on here. All right, something's, they could be aware of something with another person involved as well. It could be an earth sign or other people that are involved. Okay, it does say many times over you would never know who's to show you a good face. It does say bad news for whoever thought they were going to have good news with you when they didn't know how to support you with everything. Poorly judging you, taking liberty, or wanting to take what's yours. It says now you know this person is not good, but still getting good karma, and they don't even realize it. So this person may be getting good karma and they don't even realize it, but they always wanted to be mean to you. Does say mean because this person doesn't know how to take what's theirs and leave what's not theirs. in a mindset where they could help themselves to other people, and maybe in problematic ways of giving good karma. Ideally don't want to help people, certainly don't want to help a female or a woman or a parent or someone here that's supporting them and realizes that they're supporting them because they poorly gave them problematic situations to solve, but didn't always give them ideas that things could come to them, and maybe through other things that they didn't realize they were getting from this person. Jumping for joy is something this person's going to do one day but doesn't know why. It says good karma's coming to someone that's being supported with some success but doesn't realize it. Okay, so you may know someone's secrets, okay, and know that someone could be getting some type of surprise from someone here, maybe from a parent or a family member or a girlfriend or a lover. It does say sometimes you don't know what you're getting until you get it, and when it's done, it's done. It says some of you are dealing with stressful people right now, and you don't know which way to go or how to solve mind games of your own to take away the burden. It says some of you are dealing with stress so much to the point where you're giving it out, but you're not really getting much in return because you've got support from other people supporting you to move past the problem. It does say ideally, if you want to help the person situate yourself in great news, give yourself blessings because karma's coming to you right now or with someone. It doesn't say why, but it says poorly judging the situation is not going to help you or them. They just got to realize why they're getting good karma and not bless you with another word of problems because the problem is not solved, but they've got cuteness in their mind about you. Well, you're so cute, or someone's saying that you're very cute or you're very handsome. It does say someone here wants to talk to you or maybe even murmur I do to you or even speak to you or even chat you up. Some of you guys may want to go down the aisle today or maybe even see that a problem is solved overnight. It does say people are looking at you, and many times over you have good karma with your marriage. So some of you guys may be getting married this weekend, going down the aisle, saying I do, you know, all that good stuff. It does say there's a perspective here for someone else to say I don't. It does say bad news for whoever is saying this, and it does say when you see them it's not going to be a good idea. It does say one of you don't want to say I do. It does say two of you may not want to say do I want to be involved with this problem. It says some of you are going through mental stress with family or people telling you you don't want to go down the aisle or have fun with me because I know I could change or make your life a misery. So some of you guys could be making someone's life a misery as well, or you feel like you're doing that, or you feel like you know you're doing that. But it does say blaming no one is something I know I can do. It does say warning, if this water sign knows that they can tell you off or make you feel like who you're becoming is something you want to become, don't disturb me. I'm not going to allow you to get in my way. You can have karma in your mind with whatever it is you want to become. Never think it's going to make me feel like I have to follow you and make you feel like you've got good news on me to support me with negative memories of yours, or even members of your mind telling you that you need to have bad news because someone's cursing you or placing a root magic or spell on you. Doesn't say bad news though. You have to warn yourself why this person's saying it, because ideally it's happening and someone doesn't want to tell you everything, but you've got God on your side, and it doesn't say bad news for you. But laugh if the water sign's not telling the truth. You believe in yourself that you've got great news with this. Doesn't say it's ideally great for you because you know it's not, but it also says you are trying to do something that doesn't support you, or maybe it does, or it poorly makes you feel like you've got great news in your mind, and it never helps this person. But it does say warning, you have to see why it will help you and not help them. Or maybe you didn't know that you could support yourself with probably a problem of your own and never see good karma. So maybe you're not judging the situation properly as well, with something that you're trying to do, maybe to just kind of tease someone else, but not really sure if you want to do something to support yourself with this. Or maybe you do, but you don't know how it's going to help you overall with other people in the way of the situation. It says you have to look into why you've said what you said or what you're doing. Don't want to be dunce, you know, don't want to be stupid. I realize you're always going to be stupid if you don't look at what it is that you're saying or doing. Okay, water sign could be telling you this or kind of like feeling this inside themselves with some plans and some options to murmur things to themselves, or see that something's not right here with you, or maybe sees that a problem is there with you but doesn't really want to know if they're involved in your dramatic outcomes or affairs. Doesn't want to see that, but doesn't want to hear bad news for you overall. doesn't want to see that you're dumped or in a time zone of your own to see that they've got karma coming. It doesn't say blame is there at all, but it does say great news is there for your sexual life, or even pleasurous ideas that you see that blame is never going to be a part of. It does say you're warning yourself of good karma and you can see troubles arising. It doesn't say troubles are there though, but you see blame is never going to be the answer with this female that always wants to look at you and subject you to problems in their head by cursing their mind games onto yours. It says when you see why this person's got to karmically curse their self with whatever it is that you was never going to be given in a bad way, it says you will see blessings come to you, and warn yourself why you use your mind for problems in ways that you can see a problem come to you and your spouse, or even the liberty taking you've been doing with a mum or even a family member. It says the trouble with you is you never want to see what's going on, but I see you. So maybe there could be a parent telling off a child here, or maybe even warning themselves about a child. Okay. It does say I see you, and when I see you, I'm going to warn myself not to get mad. I just know that you need to solve your own misery and your nightmares in yourself. You have troubles in your mind, and you will deal with your own mind today. So someone could be telling someone off here. Okay. It does say when you get good karma, you get good karma. But when you got bad news in your mind, you trouble your mind with problems. And maybe even say hello to someone today would be good. If you could call them or even text them or even greet them and say, hey, how you doing? You would. For some of you guys that want to reach out to a friend or maybe even a neighbor or a family member, it says some of you guys are dealing with mainly a great person that could call you or even tell you that they don't want to speak to you, and you wonder when it's going to happen. If you should speak to them or tell them that you don't want to speak to them in your mind because you're not ready yet, or maybe even curse them because you don't know if they're doing okay. It does say one of you are seeing how things are in your mind today and want to see if it can work out that you can speak to someone. Does say many times over you want to speak to someone and you can't get through to them, or you don't know when they're going to call you. Does say they don't want to call you, but you will realize that they will call you one day if you need to speak to them. Just as so you have great news. Doesn't say you want to have bad news with them, but you warn them that they could have problems in their life too. Doesn't say they want to though, so you have to see why you're moving past your own problems. All right. The timing is everything, but someone believes that battles are there for everyone. So why are we looking for problems with people? Does it say you've got problems with you or them? Does it say you both want problems with each other, or are you addressing the situation that could brew inside your mind with someone else? It does say someone else wants to bruise someone or harm them. It does say letters being given out could karmically harm this person. I know it could. It does say letters will address this person if a harm comes to them. Okay, this could also be a Cancerian's energy. All right. It does say many times over you'll see stress levels arise with people that don't even want to say hello to you or hi to you, but they will send you information or esoteric messages for the universe to know when to speak to someone or even probably give them a problem. It says you know that you can speak to the dead or even people that don't even know who you are. It says sometimes the spirit can even guide you through people's problems and give the problem to you to solve in your mind, or show someone else the problem. It says the problem is being solved in your mind, how you've seen something and had to deliver information to someone to say that you're hurting or you see someone hurting. It says sometimes you've shown yourself information through your mind and telling yourself that you've seen someone hurting, and ideally do want to know that it's a bad thing because you don't know why it's happening. Okay, so maybe you're getting vivid dreams or vivid thoughts about something, Leo. So sometimes I do, and I wonder why this happens though. Who's peeing me off though? When will it go away? Will it end? When will it stop? I don't know how to stop this, and I realize I read into things a lot and I see things a lot, but who's going to tell me when to give up on seeing what's going on? Is it purposely giving me a point of view to commend to reunite with something, or even see that I've committed to something? What have I done? Where is it going, and how can I help someone move past it? So you could be trying to figure out how to move past something here. It says bad news if you want to see bad news. Doesn't say you want to see bad news, but you have to see when it's going to pass. It says someone here is trying to warn you that bad news is there, but will you realize that you're in a problem? Or have you seen that blessings is coming to you? Warning, something is happening for you or a friend, but it doesn't say it's happening right now. It says problem is it may never happen, but God is telling you something is there for you to be aware of. Look out for a curse or a problem. Okay, so something could be contemplated. So, there's nothing set in stone, but I want to know who the hell told you to leave me and move on. I need to know why you've moved on. Where are you? What's happened to you? Where have you gone? I need to hear from you. What's happened? Okay, so someone wants to hear from you and wants to know what happened. It could be an air sign person or a fire sign person. It does say your negative memory bank is never going to help a situation with a friend. It does say a friend could be going through something or seeing something and doesn't want to be warned of this. It says you tried to move on, but I realized I'm not going to allow you to. I've got your time and your energy and even your name and your number. When will I call you? I don't know if I can even speak about this because I wouldn't want to know that you're probably going to give me a negative reason to believe you don't want to see me. I ideally don't want to speak about it, but I see you don't want to see me, so I'm not going to bother you anymore. Okay, so maybe you feel like you're not going to bother someone anymore. Okay, or maybe this Aquarius or air sign person, whoever it is not wanting to know that they could do that. It says you struggle with someone here and they don't know how to move past the situation with you. They murmur things a lot to themselves and ideally want to speak to you and can't. It does say through a person that could help you, could understand everything. And it does say bad news for whoever keeps punishing themselves with a person that needs to help you. It does say the person does not want to help you, but they're not going to help all the time with things that you want. And maybe even see that you need things, but not going to give you the things that you need ongoing or all the time. And certainly not going to make you feel scared or frightened. You've just got to address the situation in yourself and change or move past it. So you could be, you know, kind of like hanging on to something here and maybe you need to move past it. Don't cause yourself any mind games or mental health or stress just because, you know, something's not ready yet. It does say you really need to know something's going to come to you when it does and how and when. It does say working on something is going to be good. Bruising and attacking a person is never going to help. Ideally, helping yourself to move past it is going to be blessed. And never mind why you're stressed right now. You could be getting something in the near future that's going to bless you. When are you going to realize that you're jumping for joy in the next 2 weeks or a month and then you can't realize why it's not working today? Jumping for joy right now is something you want to do, and success is something you want to do, and maybe even seeing that you go out, have fun and dress up and eat and drink and laugh is something you want to do. And maybe doing this weekend or even next month or even next year. Some of you guys are realizing something is happening here and even brewing for you, but you can't understand what it is. But blessings are on its way to you, and seeing great news come to you is something you need to understand. Doesn't say you are grieving or lost a friend. Does say you have good karma, blaming something though, or maybe not getting it. And you have to figure out when or why or how you're going to get it. Okay. So let's see what's going on with work for Leos. When you get good karma in your mind, it's going to be good for you. It does say you have seen that you are doing so well in your commitments or even in your worths and your mindsets and your skills and honing in on things that you want to achieve. It does say blessings are coming to you and you have to work on that. Seeing when it's going to happen is going to be hard. At times it struggles, but it does say you have blessings on its way to you. Laugh because you did something you didn't want to, but you're going to do it again to see how far you can go, or even see that it's going to be something you commit to, or maybe even make fun of, or maybe even just tell yourself it's going to take some time for me to realize what it is that I want with my life, and I see that I have great news. Okay. So let's see what's going on with business. It says business is going to be brewing soon. Doesn't say when, but females here want to support you, or maybe even a problem with a person that doesn't see you often wants to support you. It does say someone here wants to help you with your work and mind who you are at the same time too, or look after you in your mind of things that you need to solve. It does say things you are solving in your mind right now are helping you to move past something. It doesn't say problems are coming, but it says warning signs are there with sex related issues, or people that are telling you that they're interested when they know that they shouldn't be talking about this. And maybe even saying stuff like they need to support you with other things but don't know how. It says many times over you're looking forward to business plans, work plans, and karmic situations that you've been dealing with to move past your mind so you can solve the situations with your job and your current affairs with your work and your businesses. Some of you are going through problematic situations with lovers and friends that are joining you in your mind to see what's going on but not really helping, and may move past the situation with you and your friends, and maybe even females around you, or problems with personal problems of your own are going through minds of yours or people's minds today. It says nothing's set in stone, but people are nerve-wracking their minds to help you in ways that don't need to be supported, or maybe even need to be supported but can't see how to support you in ways that you need it. Okay, definitely look into Sagittarius's reading because they're going through something a little bit similar as well. Okay, it does say some of you are going through sexual health problems, or people that are giving you sexual problems in your mind to look into and not really seeing if they can help you with business or work. It does say mentally you're stressed out with this energy, or seeing that you have to move past it, and maybe you've got to see that something is going to work out for you no matter what. It does say warning signs are there for you to work on things and even double up your strength on things so you can support both sides of the spectrum, work and love, or partnerships, or people. Many of you are trying to time a situation or to see how you can give to others in many different forms or many different ways. Some of you are dealing with sex or problems with people and may not want to see that good news comes. Doesn't say you're dealing with anyone, but anyone that comes to you right now for work is going to help you with lessening a problem or giving you a problem. How will you cope with this? Okay. All right, so let's see what's going on with love life. Lovers don't want to hear that you're getting good karma, and it does say lovers do, but at the same time, which way will you go to solve your issues with them? When and how? How will I give you help with this? And when will you see blessings come to you with what you want? If I can say no, it's not going to happen today. It says someone here may be pushing you down the wrong road or helping you with the right one. Which way is it going? Are you seeing that blessings is coming for you to move on? It does say move on, because I wouldn't want to hear that a problem is coming to you. It does say you would rather not see Scorpio go through a problem, or maybe even murmur that you do. At times you just don't know how to support everyone. It also says you may be washing away problems with people like air signs, or maybe even cursing problems with the earth signs. It does say many of you are dealing with stress, and maybe you should see why you have dressed up enough or looked good enough to see that you've got blessings. Some of you are dealing with everything on your mind today and don't know how to support yourself, with murmurs to yourself or even walking away from problems. It says later on I'll see myself, judge myself, or even give myself judgment. I haven't seen this, but someone here wants to judge you, Leo, and it doesn't say it's kind. It does say it's bad news, and it does say warning signs are there for someone that's dealing with it on your behalf or helping you through the problem. It does say someone here is going to help themselves move past it, but it does say warning signs are there for you. If you can't live in your mind about something that you are doing, you need to work on who you are. How will you work on something in two ways? Are you going down the wrong way or the right way? Who can help you solve a problem, and where can you go with it? It says letters are coming in to compute something that you don't want, and maybe you do want it, but you've got to communicate what you do want versus what you don't want. Ideally, do you want to speak about things that are going to cause you harm or give you good karma? Which way are you going? Laughter is there for people that don't want to see you in a bad way, and don't want to see you in a bad way because they're laughing at people around you and helping you navigate through a situation that you can move forward in a good way, a blessed way, a promised way that you could get good karma. Are you helping the situation or tarnishing it? It does say many of you could be tarnishing something and don't know it, or maybe even know it but don't want to hear that you're getting good karma. Some of you are going through bad news or bad situations or bad friendships or bad problems, and never mind why you understood where you could get the problem from. So it does say warning signs are all over you, but it doesn't say bad news. But people always want to pretend that they're your friend when they're not. It does say many of you understand this so well, but you don't really get it. At times you realize that you can't have good karma with your mind, but you don't know where to go at times. And you do need to study which way help could be harmed as well, because sometimes you feel like you're being helped but you're not. It does say when you realize that you're not being helped in a bad way, then you can move past the situation. No one is telling you to work on your mind with problematic situations or even things that you could solve or change. Many times over, you need to look for where you can change something or determine that you have blessed news. Nothing is going to change you but you. At times you realize that problems are never yours, but people want to get you in things that you don't want to. It does say something that you didn't say or said is never going to sit well with someone, so you need to change your mind about that. Okay. It does say sometimes you realize that you've got conflicts in your mind that you're dealing with. Problems that you're solving on your own is never going to be solved overnight. It does say warning signs are there with you right now, and you need to look for better moods to play it safe, or even pay attention to things that you want. Negative energies are around you. Not seeing them are there, but burdens are there in your mind to see you've got problems. You've got to see blessings come and stop listening to mental health structures of people that don't help your systematic growth or value system. Okay. It says many times over you've murmured things too much to yourself overnight, or maybe in the morning, or maybe even dying of laughter, that things wouldn't work out well for someone. Someone realized that it's not going to be worth you discussing it without them seeing how they can probably solve your misery or the mind games that you've been playing to study them. It says negative energy is there with me, and I don't want to hear that it's a problem, but what if you have a problem with me? Ideally telling you off or even giving you great news. Will you always be dramatic about it when I'm trying to help you or even solve your problems or even teach you something? Are you going to be aware that I'm helping you with something or not? I heard that I couldn't help you anymore, and I realized this, but now I see you're not going to be there to help me solve my mind or things I want. I want to deal with you, but the way I want to deal with you is not going to sit right with you. So moving on is something you want to do, then deal with it in your own way. Okay, someone could be upset with you. It could be a Gemini, okay, or it could be a teacher, or it could be just a person that helps you in some way. But it says, no wonder I wouldn't want to spend time with you. It does say mentally stressed out. Whining Gemini is not going to help the situation. Caution to the wind with a person that wants to court you or even see you is never going to help you ongoing with problems. It says you now know that you need to speak about problematic situations or move on. It says certainly wouldn't want to see bad news come with anyone. So warn yourself that nothing's set in stone, but people could reach out and tell you off anytime they want and speak to you how they want to without problematic situations arising. It does say believing this is going to be bruising someone else's ego, as Cancerian could try and harm you. Or do you understand where it's going? Do you realize that someone here is trying to cause you harm and doesn't want to but does know they can? Are you realizing what you said or did is going to cause you harm? Look for yourself, Leo, and try to solve your problems with constantly figuring out how you can harm yourself. Because if you keep doing that, it's going to harm someone around you while they're telling you that they're trying to tame you into something that's going to be great overall for a lifetime. It says blessings are coming in, but overall you have to see when and how. Ideally, if you want to know that you are supported, pay attention to people that are helping you instead of tarnishing their reputations. Okay, all right, so let's see what's going on. It says, when I get involved with you again, I'm going to tell you off. I wouldn't want to, but I'm going to tell you off. You know, I could tell you off so much to the point where you're always going to be in trouble. Maybe I should tell you off again. Or people are trying to warn you that they're going to pick on you, tease you, or moan about you not being a friend to them. It says, never mind why you don't want to be a friend with these people, and they have to see who's who in their own circle or in their groups of friendship to deal with their own minds. Okay. So some of you want someone to deal with people in their own circle and stop bothering you as well. All right. So let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. I keep hearing about a letter to arrest. I don't know why that is. But it does say some of you are going through detrimental problems of a female parent, or maybe even a problematic person that doesn't know how to see when they're going to move past the situation and may call out to come and arrest someone or tell them off. It says bad news for this person to see this, but this person is warning you not to say anything, but they could harm you too. And it does say burdensome with the Aquarius that doesn't know where to go with their life. It says burdensome because this mind game of this person is not going to see bad news. It does say good news, but warning signs are all over them to tell off someone and harm them. It does say mindfully speaking, i.e. it does say bad news if this person speaks too much or says something. It says mental stress is there with this person. I feel like they need to move past something. It says mind games of theirs is going to harm them. Make sure you know this, because if you speak to them, you are going to kick them in their mind about who they are and why they had to hold you down to a problem of their own. When will they realize they've got mental health structures in their head to harm you as well as harm someone else, or maybe tell someone off, and they can't realize it? Their mind games are being played on them. Let them see it. Okay. It says when this person speaks, they speak, but they can't give you too much to time the situation. Today is a day that they want to call you out or tell you off or speak about someone around you. Today is a day that they want to harm themselves or hurt themselves, but they can't understand why. Today is a day where they keep on, meaning that they have to have you in their mind and they can't move on. Today is the day that they can't speak to you, but they can't get you in your mind to harm your friends, your family members, or people around you. Today is the day that they keep cursing you or putting problems in their mind to solve and can't solve them. Today is the day that they speak about bad news and can't even look for you and move on. Does say move on because it doesn't say bad news is coming to you, but warning signs are there for a situation to brew in your mind overall to move past a situation. Okay, it says blessings are there for you, Leo. Not to speak, but you have blessings. Keeping yourself to your mind is never going to be solved overnight with a Scorpio, or a problematic situation with your mum, your dad, or a negative mental stress that you have in the morning or in the evening or in the nighttime. Someone wants to tell you off or speak to you about a personal development problem that you have with a person. It does say mental health stresses are there with you and your female parent, and maybe even a parent that doesn't even speak to you or know you. Some of you guys are dealing with stress related issues right now and don't know how to solve your ignorance or your spousal duties. Some of you are dealing with mental stresses all over the place and don't know where to go with them. Okay. It says, when I get a hold of you, I'm going to call you and give you time to remember. Love me or hate me, I will hate you for this. Always telling me that you can't be there for me is not going to be the answer. Maybe I should speak on when you're going to be there for me when I need you, and I can't support that either. Maybe I need support and I can't get it. I need support and I can't get it. So this could be either a neighbor, or it could be a friend, or it could be an air sign person. It does say bad news for the Aquarius though, because the Aquarius is trying to warn you that they're doing something illegal, or probably going to blame themselves for a bad situation that's happening one day in the mind of yours or someone else's. It says something here is negative and something is bad. Blessings are coming to replace this though overnight. It says school energy is something you need to go and do, or maybe even help yourself. But it also says blessings are coming in for you to see that you have no more time to go in the mind of another person's about your learning abilities or even things that you need to support. It says no wonder you have certainties about you. You've got great news to support where you're going and how to support yourself. Mentally stressed out female is never going to be the answer. He knows he can't harm her or harm you. He may not even see you or harm you anyway. He's never going to get involved with you, and he's trying to warn himself that his struggles are over, or even solving them in his own way. He may not deal with you, but he has to deal with her, or maybe deal with someone around you that's causing her harm. It doesn't say that you have bad news, but overall you love yourself and your partner and your struggling parent or family member. It says some of you have got good news with your with your family and not so good news with your family, and some of you guys are dealing with war inside yourself, brewing to harm yourself or someone else. Oh dear. It says mental health stressed out person is around you. Would you ever realize that, or am I going to get involved and show you? Could be an air sign person trying to talk about someone, or an earth sign person that's trying to show you something or talk about something here. It says this person may not feel any wrath from you, but is mentally retarded or jealous or harming themselves in their head on how you will cope or what's going to happen with you and a family member. Where is it going to go later on this week, this month, or this year? What's going to happen with them, and who's going to take care of them or look after them when I'm not around? It says you realize that you're in love with someone as well, or love with someone else, and you can't feel that it's going to happen to you in a bad way, but someone is taking you back to your mind to take you in your mind about problems. It says, you know, you have supported your mind with great news and don't want to hear bad news and don't want to see bad news and don't want to see anyone see bad news for you. But warning signs are there for you to realize the earth sign is not going to help you. The problematic jealousy of a judge is not going to help you, or even problems in your mind are not going to solve a situation, or even generosity with how you see things or take things from someone is not going to help you. How you deliver yourself in your mind is going to help you from any kind of wrath of someone's evil that wants to speak about you. It does say blaming you is something never to support, and no one needs to blame you for anything. Lie, because you have to be blamed for something. No one's going to send you back to a place where you didn't want to be, or even call a problem for your mind or your parent. It says you have to see why you are doing so much energy healing or moving past a situation. Wow, Leo. All right, anything else for Leo before we move on? So sex is something you want to see or not see, but someone doesn't believe in it, or maybe someone here wants sex and can't get it. It says earth sign may not be the one, air sign may not be the one, but someone here is bothered and doesn't know how to support their mental health, but is really bothered and can't move past a situation. They will realize they have problems and deal with their struggles in a negative way, or in a mindful way, or even in a scarce way, or a frightened or scared way. It says this person may never see you again or may move on, but it doesn't say why this water sign had to speak so much about you or them, or maybe even a negative energy of theirs keeps pushing mental health on you and trying to blame you for everything. It says negative energies is there with you to see. Maybe you will see that their problems are your problems and maybe not our problems. Maybe we'll look at you like you're a problem and maybe not a problem. Who's going to say there's a problem with you other than me? Sexual energy is something she doesn't want to know, but he wants to know, and everyone wants to know when it's going to happen with Leo or even a person around them. It does say you have to see when someone's going to get good karma, but warning, it's not going to be you that bothers them. So why is the person bothered today that they can't get good karma? Because they can't hear what's going on with a lover, friend, or parent around you. Ooh, my goodness. All right, let's see what's going on with relationships. Those in a relationship, those are in a loving relationship. No wonder you can't see blessings, because someone here is purposely trying to warn you that something's happening for you to look out for. Nothing is set in stone. Look out for a person that's warning you. Problems are there. Look out for a problem. It does say warnings are there. Someone's trying to set you up or give you a problem. Okay. Anything else going on for Leos? It says some of you are dealing with heart failure in your mental stress. Someone is trying to provoke you in your nervous system or even blame you for something that you don't have. Good news is there for you to grieve over a person that's not going to grieve. It says problem with them is they want to grieve over their life or their mothers or their fathers or whoever they're pushing negative mental health on to grieve over. It doesn't say it's you, Leo, but let these people cast spells or even keep you in your mind about problems in their own detrimental minds or mind games. They will curse the hell out of themselves and move on. So there could be people cursing the hell out of themselves that are gonna have to move on because they're trying to see harm in your life for whatever reason. Okay, so let's see what's going on with marriage couples. Marriage couples are going to have grievance soon, but some of you guys are dealing with great news. Other than that, not seeing any bad news, but someone can't wait to see bad news and doesn't want to speak about it. But warning, if the water sign doesn't want to see it, earth sign wants to see it, and earth sign doesn't want to see it, Scorpio doesn't want to see it. So who wants to see it but a Leo? Or maybe someone showing them that they've got to have it with some type of air sign, but an air sign doesn't want to give them karma. It does say bad news for the air sign though, because they've been wanting this for a long time but can't get it to happen in your life. Okay, it says many times over, the marriage that you have is great and help is there for you to have good karma. Mental stress energies of your own, Leo, may not help the situation with another female or mind game of your own, because you don't want people to always know what you're saying or speaking about. But you will see problems never happen in your life again once you move past what it is that you want with someone else not to happen. It says you mindfully speak about someone and you don't want them to be in love with someone, but they don't want to be in love with that person. You also see the person's not going to be there harming you, but you also see problems of your own dealing with and don't want the person to be around another person to support you or maybe even put you off of what you're doing. It says you're negative at times and you really help yourself to push someone else's life in stress when you don't want to see problems in your life, but then you want support in your life and put someone on the pedestal of helping you constantly. It says sometimes you have to look past the situation and move on from the jealousy or negativity in your own mind and stress less about the situation. Okay. It says when you get good karma, you really get it. So you will work on it and see blessings come. Work on your love life and see that blessings come. I would never want to harm myself ongoing, but I see stress is there with someone, or harming me is someone telling me, hey, it's going to work out just fine if I move past it. It says now I realize someone's going to get the memo or even listen to the person and understand it's not going to be worth me stressing. Let me see how I can probably move past it, or see the person is not going to get what they want. I know they're not going to get what they want because I realize I don't want to do work for them. I'm doing work for their person or a parent or someone else around them. But it doesn't say warning signs for whoever they're cursing. It says sometimes they're cursing anyone and anything that they can get their mind to gather thoughts on. It says trouble is with this Leo is that they don't listen to me, and maybe I need them to listen to me. It does say bad news for the Leo, because the Leo is not trying to listen to any type of war with their mind about the water sign man, or maybe even war with their parent or their family. It doesn't say they want to war with anyone. It says you all will war with a family member in your mind that's not going to be a part of someone else's wishes or commands. It says you will deal with things in your own way and not struggle with anything that you have going on with another person or man here, which could be the earth sign man. Okay. Or maybe a Gemini. Okay. It does say blessings are coming for you to speak to someone, though, because you want to hear if you're going to be spoken to about someone, or maybe even tell the person that you shouldn't see them no more, or maybe even tell someone that they shouldn't speak about this person anymore. It says you may not know it, but someone's putting you under their thumb and doesn't know how to support you with things that don't really concern you, but they do want to know bad news comes with you and someone around you. Says when you get a good karma, you get it, but you realize that things are stressing you out or harming your head, or maybe making you feel all kind of different ways. It does say bad news for whoever is cursing you, though, because the mind games of theirs are going to curse the hell out of you, or one day curse them very badly and harm the hell out of them, and they'll realize this one day in the detrimental mental ward when they see themselves there. Oh my goodness. All right, let's see what's ooh. So someone could be spying on you and even claiming that they have blessed you with greatness. It says they will bless you with greatness, but one day they need to see what's going to happen with you and if you're going to help good karma. Okay. It does say many times over you see blessings come, but you've got to warn yourself not to speak about yourself in bad ways and see good karma, and watch who you are and who you're talking about or seeing in your mind. Sometimes you see things in your mind that are not going to solve your problems or help your problems, but you've got to realize people are going to warn you to move past a situation. All right, so let's see what's going on. Because it looks like, you know, someone doesn't want someone to be in love, or someone doesn't want someone to have a good relationship, or someone doesn't want to see another person speak to another person. You know, there could be a few different things going on there. So let's see what's going on with Aries, the individuals, Aries and Leo. Aries and Leo, Aries and Leo, Aries and Leo. Aries helps themselves to move past the situation and ignores everything that you want. Doesn't want to hear from you, speak to you, but doesn't want to hear that you always want them. Need to be mindful about who they are and don't want to speak to them is something you said you don't want. So you realize both of you see eye to eye or move past the situation and good karma is there. Okay, what's going on with Taurus and Leo? Taurus does not want to gift you or even help you. They don't want to help you with anything that they've got other than love or sex, or maybe even playing mind games, or maybe even pleasing each other. Working on situations is something you want to do with them, and maybe even helping yourself to move past negative jealousy of members of your family, your tribe, or people around you. But you do not know, or you do know what's going on with you, and you want to help the situation. At times you want to see more information or to help yourself with better reasoning or even information to solve your problems. I'm also hearing some stuff about esoteric information too. So let's see what's going on with Geminis and Leos. Geminis and Leos. Gemini just lost a friend or didn't see a friend move on, but they do know bad news is there for the friend or maybe for themselves. It says they don't know why they have to speak to the person or even see you or even wonder what's going on with you, but they realize you're not the answer. They just notice that they have good karma with you overall. If they want to move past something, they can, or maybe even see you as something that you're not, or maybe even look for blessings with you when they want to. It does say they see purposely put on a mind game or a mind frame or even a zone with you where they feel like they have to tame or time a situation or look forward to blame no more, or maybe even pass the buck and maybe move past the situation altogether. It says they notice that you don't want to see them or speak to them, but they don't need to speak to you and don't want to hear from you, so you better move on or else. It says they know they've got problems with their mental health and the stress that they give out is negative. It does say negative because they're blaming each other for problems and mental stress and don't want to see dressed energy in your mind about who they are, or warning signs are there again for them to bruise your ego. They may attack or may not, but they want to see problems deliberately and eagerly waiting. Ooh. So yeah, very eagerly waiting. Let's see what's going on with I'm hearing karma with them, or some type of karma. Okay, karma with you and them, or karma with them, something like that. Let's see what's going on. And legal matters pending and all that stuff. Yeah, just move on past that energy if you can. Let's see what's going on with Cancerian and Leo. Cancerians and Leos. Cancer wants you so much to the point they're stressed and can't get vexed at the fact that they can't get you, because they're filth in their mind to you, and you realize that you don't need them. You just don't need them, but you warn yourself not to speak to them or even see them at times when you want to, and just want them to word out their stress to themselves and leave you to be, or maybe even be mindful about how you deal with them. You just warn yourself or warn them or warn something here. You're trying to move forward and you just don't know how to move forward with them, or even letting them know that you have blessings. It says sometimes you need to see where it's going or how to help yourself and warn yourself how to deal with their energy. It doesn't say it's great, but it does say leave me alone. I'm dealing with someone that doesn't want to see me, but I have to see where you're going with me. Ideally, Leo, you do know that I can see what's going on or help myself to you if I want to. I just don't know how. I can't get to you, so I'm moving on and I can't help it. Okay, so they're really stressed out with you. All right, so maybe they need help with you or support with you, and they can't feel like they're getting the support they need. It says you may not feel bad about it, but you could be very burdened or even put down or even jealous, or maybe at times sad about what they've got going on is what they want you to think, but they also want you to feel like you're in love, and maybe can't get that from you, and realize that they've got problems in their mental health, stressed over situations with you that they can't get a hold of another person to speak to them. They do want to know what's going on with you so much to the point where you may not even see that you're walking away from problems, but ideally they want to hear that they've got problems with you and can't get enough of it. Ugh. Let's see what's going on with Leos and Leos. Leos don't want to hear from the other. And it does say Leo doesn't want to hear from anyone else. Bad news is coming to whoever feels like it's coming to them. Maybe because they're looking for bad news in their own life. Maybe because they're certain they don't want to see bad news, but they have to see where it's going with their own life and walk on whatever it is that they want to walk on in their mental health and move on. Okay, let's see what's going on. Oh, it says Virgo as well is trying to mimic you. Then it does say ready or not, here they come. Okay, so let's see what's going on with Virgo. It does say Virgo is not coming nowhere, but they want to see if you have bad news to tell yourself, or maybe even see problems are coming with them. It does say bad news because they warn themselves never to speak to you, or you'll never see good news come to your life. But it says burdened is someone that doesn't want to hear bad news and doesn't want to see good news and doesn't want to hear anything happen to them in their own mind, but doesn't want to see great news for someone else, or doesn't want to hear bad news for them either. But it doesn't say good news. It says blessings are there for the person that's moved on and help themselves to walking away. Let this murmuring happen to whoever it is that's blaming themselves for the problem and can't speak about it. All right, so let's see what's going on with Libra. Libra doesn't want to hear from you, but does want to see if you have time to meet them in their mind, or speak to them one day, or even ideally solve a situation ongoing, or maybe even help yourself move past the situation, or even lose your mind when you see problems come again. It says Libra here doesn't want to judge you, but the mental health of their mental struggle is Scorpio, or maybe Scorpio doesn't see it, but Scorpio does not want to deal with you and Gemini, or even curse you and Libra. It does say mental health of theirs are coming in to support you with problems and don't know how to, but they'll see blessings come when they do. It says they will and you won't, but it says good news will come when you warn yourself to move past the situation. Okay, let's see what's going on with Scorpio and Leo. Scorpio and Leo. Scorpio doesn't even want to deal with you and undress your mind with tenderness or sexual pleasure. I ideally want too many friends or people around them to see that. It doesn't say it's happening, but it says warning signs of an air sign and earth sign don't want to hear good news for them. So it does say you have to be a part of their team or their factors in life to see blessings come. It says negative mental health of stressful people like Capricorn, Libra, Aquarius, and a Virgo, or maybe even a sensitive mind game of a Scorpio that doesn't need to see blessings come. It says mentally stressed out women are there, and problematic problems are there with people. It says bad news for whoever's speaking about someone, because it's not getting good views or good karma or good mental stress or something of that nature. Someone seems to be bothered, okay, but other people seem to be inviting themselves in the information around the Scorpio and yourself. It does say mentally speaking, because someone doesn't want to see you happy but can't always get the gist on why it is working so well for you. Okay, let's see. It says Leo knows they have blessed energy with Scorpio, and that's why. Take that and run with it and move on. No one's going to disturb a Scorpio and a Leo when they know they're in love, or they have blessings on their mind for each other to support each other's problems and even look for blessings to come many times over in life and give themselves good karma. Okay, so let's see what's going on with Leo and Sag. Leo doesn't want to know that Sag is there, but ideally murmuring that problems are there with them is never going to help their situation. And if they want to block someone or move past them, or maybe even help them, they need to see why they've done this. It says they don't want to see that blessings are in their life, so they've got to move past the problems. And it does say problematic situations are arising with someone that doesn't want to see happiness is coming in between the negative energy of Sagittarius and Gemini. It says Gemini doesn't want to see blessings, but the Gemini can't help but to move past their mental struggles in another way, to bruise themselves or move past their mental struggles with you or even another person around them. It says you don't know who you're dealing with, but I could move past you and move on. Okay, let's see what's going on, because it looks like Gemini is trying to get in the way of that reading as well, that energy. Let's see what's going on with Capricorn. Capricorn and Leo. Capricorn hates you, doesn't want to see you or speak to you, doesn't want to spark a conversation, but wants to tear you down and terrorize you and bring you up and down into their mental stress, and laughing and making fun of you and really taking the piss out of you and making fun and mentioning you and tormenting you and tarnishing your reputation. Leo, do you realize that clearly there's a person that's not going to help you, is what they want to say, but they probably don't realize what's going on, and they have to murder their mind to move on. Okay, so let's see what's going on with Aquarius and Leo. Aquarius doesn't want to help anyone and is telling themselves off and maybe trying to tell you off, but can't hear what's going on or what's going to happen. They may move on and speak less to you. Okay, let's see what's going on with Pisces. Pisces does not want to hear from you one week or the next. It says Pisces has big bruised current of ego brewing inside them, can't get a well done from whatever it is that they said they could get a well done from, and can't get a good karma from the idea of people, friends, or negative fellowships, or even members of your family, or even neighbors or people around them. It says mental health stress is there with them right now. Okay, that's enough. There's a lot of people brewing right now in this reading, Leo. Okay, let's see what's going on with your romance angel messages. Okay, it says you deserve love, you are lovable. Someone else got that one. Who was it? I think it was Aquarius. Might want to check out that reading. Let's see what else going on? Okay. It says sensitivity, Archangel Haniel. You are extra sensitive to the energies and emotions right now. Honor yourself and your feelings. Okay. It says new partner. A chance meeting is no mistake. It is divinely orchestrated as a catalyst to set the world's emotions for the fruition of your prayers. Pay careful attention to new people we send into your life. You will recognize them by your sense of familiarity, comfort, and safety. Okay. So be careful of new relationships right now. Okay. Or maybe even if you're getting married, or maybe even if it's just a new person coming into your life, or maybe if just like, even if it's not romance and it's someone that's related to someone else, and you know, whatever it is, or you know, if it's got something to do with someone else but they got to be around you, whatever it is, Leo. Okay, let's see what's going on with the universal messages. It does say the presence of love will always cast out fear. So as long as you got love, that's going to get rid of any fear that you have. All right, let's see what's going on with your messages, angel numbers. So we've got number 14, number 49, number 32, number 4, number 40, number 55, number 43, and number 54. Okay, so yeah, just be careful of the energies around you right now, Leo, and definitely take care, and you know, have good karma in your life, and you know, make sure you love on your friends, your family members, your parents. You know, do what you got to do anyway. You know what resonates with you and how to support your own situations as well. Okay, but I will speak to you soon in your next reading. Take care and ciao for now. Bye.